I love the Bloonarius CHIMPS boss event on Cubism, so this is going to be a very interesting, exciting challenge ahead of us. There's a lot of starting cash, and once again, the true boss are going to be Fortified BADs, but at least we don't face against Bloonarius and its regurgitated Fortified BADs. You know what, I fancy some global camo detection, so Etienne, you're the one who's going to be here as our hero. And we're going to start mining at you and start mining at you. And we're going to put a boomerang over here because we're going to need a lot of peers for a cheap price in the beginning of this scenario. On normal, we start with 2.5 grand. On elite, we start with 5k. And we've got all of these ore deposits in which we can start hacking away at. So I wonder what the earliest possible round in which you can get this bottom right ore deposit unearthed. Go up to Glaive Ricochet so that we can actually do this. I don't care about the fact that we are going for first. I just want to submit something, that's all. Yeah, if I cared about time, then I would have Etienne and the boomerang at the very start of the map. I didn't put you directly in the center because I want to put another boomerang near enough in the... Oh, if I really cared about in the center, I would have moved Etienne. Or put Etienne in a different place. We'll go with this. Yes, because my plan is to get a Glaive Dominus throughout this round, and Paragon limit 4? Can you even get the money in the first place to put down 4 Paragons? Even if we get like the Apex Plaza Master, the Crucible Steel Flame, the Nordic Siege Core, and then the next cheapest one in the line probably would have to be the Glaive Dominus, actually, as I think about it now. Even if you get the 4 cheapest ones, you wouldn't have the money to be able to do this. Unless, of course, somebody in the comment section can prove me wrong. But normal mode, I only managed to get 1 Paragon down. And we have these custom rounds in comparison to other boss events where we actually get more balloons throughout the round, but also we get even more lead balloons because of the fact that we are up against Dreadbloon. But we can't use lead to gold in order to get additional cash because it's chimps. So we actually lose money instead, I think. Or unless nowadays you just get the money back in which you would get anyways. Okay, start hacking away at this. Can we do this round? Okay, I'm going to go for red hot range just so that we do a bit more damage here. Yeah, that's it. I was just worried that we're going to get pierce count if they were just having Glaive Ricochet. So twice the damage with the pierce in which we have. Yeah, I love these chimps boss events. They're so chaotic, but also so much fun as well. I love chimps on boss events, especially when we have rounds like this. Just that 5k starting cash. And we have all of these ore deposits throughout the map. I don't call them ore deposits. I probably named something else instead. But I like calling them ore deposits. Because you put money down to make miners work. And then they dig away at this for a certain amount of time. And then you get more money out of them. You invest. And then you get more cash out of it. Unless, of course, it's the stock market. You decide to invest in something high. And then withdraw low. And I also want to get an Ultra Boost throughout the run, because if you apply 10 of them to a tier 5 tower, it's kind of like having a second version of that tower down, because you're just firing at twice the speed, if not more. Okay, that's that one unearthed. I'm looking to be able to go at this next when we have the opportunity to do so. Although, do we need more glaives for 27? I want to hold off for as long as I can, but maybe I'm being a bit too greedy here. Yeah, imagine getting this shipped away starting at, well, not 25. Perhaps somebody has done it on 25. Okay, but 27. This is looking like a heck of a lot of balloons. Heck of a lock off. Flare balloons and English. Where is it? Okay, I'm going to start at this. Not an overwhelming amount of pierce, which I'm very surprised by. Because I feel like these rounds are just a buffed up version when it comes to numbers of a round in which you would be otherwise. But we do have all of these camo regrow yellow balloons. So we got Etienne's level 3 ability down in order to deal with all that. Okay, let's get more glaives now. Don't know about how many camos we have up until we get global camo detection on everything. It's going to be pretty soon because we start on round 1 rather than round 6. This is not the true chimps experience. We would start on round 6 otherwise. Actually, if normal game of chimps had these kind of rounds, it would be way easier because there's more balloons. I think that rule can only be applied to like beginner maps and intermediate maps, and some advanced maps, just because of the sheer number of balloons on that round. Luckily, the regrow rate is only at 10%, so definitely a nerf to boss and nerf to balloons. But when it comes to Merv class balloons and ceramics, yeah, they'd be beefed up when it comes to their HP. Everything goes at 70% for speed. Although, yeah, the boss also goes at 70%. So everything only has 70% of its speed in which they normally have. The real boss are Fortified BADs. And we got that chipped away. Lovely. Let's risk it. Let's go all out. Go away at that. Oh my god, that's a lot of them actually. I may need to have a cleansing foam down. Although this is looking a bit too late. That sucks. But on the bright side, we can reset Etienne's position. Primary towers as a whole have an advantage over the other categories in a Dreadbloon boss event because of the fact that there are no rock balloons on the primary immunity stage. And also the Glaive Dominus just absolutely rocks, especially on a map like this. Yes, Glaive Dominus mentioned. Put that in the comment section below. Glaive Dominus mentioned. Okay, here we go. Round 37 again. Let's see if we can get ourselves cleansing foam down in time before the huge horde of ceramics comes about. Actually, unless it was... No, it was the next round, wasn't it? I was saying 37 has a lot of camos. There we go. Okay, here we go. Here is a whole bunch of camo balloons here. Yeah, we definitely need a cleansing foam down here for all of those pesky camo balloons. Don't worry, we will have global camo detection soon enough. I know Etienne might be a boring pick for this scenario, but has a use, some early pops, and overall they're level 8. Sentry Expert, and we're also going to get some bionic boomerangs because round 40 has a fair few balloons on that round in the form of Moabs. Here we go, Dreadbloon here. So what we're going to be using for our first expedition when it comes to taking this thing down. Well, we can't use turbochargers for the primary immunity because of, well, turbochargers not being able to get through that. So maybe we can just get this down and dusted with a rocket storm. Although, are some of these going to escape? I hope not. Thank you. Okay, Hydro Rocket Pods, Rocket Storm. It's just for the primary immunity, but then also after that. Actually, this is going rather well. I don't think I need to upgrade you any further. I think we can just stick with Hydro Rocket Pods, honestly. Because we're able to also counteract the lead layer as well. Since you move so slowly and you fact that you have, well, less HP, you're all good on that front. Just need to get a turbocharge. That's all that's required. Here we go, another turbocharge up and running. Use the level 3 ability of Etienne, try and hopefully slow these down, although against Dreadbloon, doesn't matter how many drones we have up because Etienne's damage type is sharp with their drones. Here we go. Okay. Launch all of our turbocharges at you so we spawn as few of these rock balloons as possible, but now we can just turbocharge against this thing. Like literally turbocharge against it. Need you to be back up and running, dear abilities. All 3 of them. Get through. Oh my goodness sakes, we're just slaughtering this tier 1. Okay, now our secondary expert is struggling against this thing. But alas, we have taken down the first one there. Yeah, I don't know what a first place strategy would be. Tax zone with a stronger stimulant with perishing potions or something? Okay, we are 1k away until we can start unearthing this. 68, is this going to be the theoretical soonest round when it comes to being able to start actually getting all the money from the map? I'm pretty sure someone's probably done like around 65. Completing all of the ore deposits throughout the entire map. God, 49's going on for a very long time. We could get an overclock on this Okay, round 50 we've got an overclock. Actually, I'll overclock our sentry expert instead. Shall we get the MAD first or the sentry champion? I actually think sentry champion would be a safer bet, because of the fact that then we can rely on a permacharge as well throughout that round. Or that tier as well, sorry. 15 rounds until we get 160k in the bank in chimps. You probably only see figures like that when it comes to like a base dart and Corvus back in update 40 in a game of chimps. Then there's that one post somebody made. It was like, I don't care if I can only spend 1500 or so in a game of chimps to complete it. I am not micromanaging Corvus. Here is our Sentry Champion. Here, Sentry Champion are viable strats for tier 2. Well, not when it comes to the last 25% of the boss run, since it's a support tower. But I think by that time we could get a permacharge up and running to help us out. Okay, tier 2. What can we do tier 2 that is not going to make people cringe? Okay, we've got the money actually for a permacharge. That's good. That's really good. I think that's really good anyway. So what we're going to do is use the overclock next on the permacharge as soon as the primary immunity goes away. About now, and then overclock you while the ability is active. Just eat away at that dear immunity. We don't have any magical towers on the field here. And I don't plan on having any magical towers on the field here, okay? Overclock and permacharge ability again. Just absolutely shredding through this. Sorry, dear Sentry Champion, you're gonna have to be on the back foot here for this to work. But we have managed. We have definitely managed. We have 100% managed tier 2. Okay, we've got 180k in the bank. Let's get Ultra Boost. And let's get the MAD. I'm actually going to aim you away so that the round lasts for a bit longer. Although for a time scenario, you would want to take out the rounds as quickly as possible. Now, you know what? We'll have the MAD aiming up here, and the towers are just going to have to live with the fact that we won't get as many Ultra boosts on them. Mainly, I want to Ultra Boost our soon-to-be M.A.D Domination, our Permacharge, and the Glaive Lord, but I think first Sentry Champion, and then the MAD. Although, for a faster time, perhaps I should just go with MAD. As you can tell, Dreadbloon is not the true threat of this entire boss run. Whenever any Fortified BADs spawn, they're the true threat to this boss run because of the fact that they have 2.3 times the amount of HP that they would normally have. Yeah, 2.3 times. Ceramic HP being more than usual. We've got plenty of stuff to take care of the ceramics. Like, literally, we've got plenty of stuff to take care of the ceramics. Lots of 76 shenanigans. Luckily, the regrow balloons only grow back at 10% of a rate than usual, making the regrow property literally non-existent. Also, times 10 Ultra Boost now on you. No, we're going to go for you first. No, wait, we've already got the MAD. Go for that M.A.D domination. Okay, now we're going to Ultra Boost the MAD. Because I can, okay? What are you going to do? Complain about it? Make a post on Reddit saying why did you Ultra Boost the MAD next rather than something else like the M.A.D domination? There's a long break in round 78. Did they expect us to use up more time in order to pop the remainder of that round before that last bunch spawned in? Who knows? Find out more at 6 o'clock on flareballoons.co. Yeah, we're absolutely shredding through these rounds. I didn't mean to press those abilities. I was meant to press 4, but then I pressed 5, then press 3, and then press the number I wanted to press to begin with. Hard pressed I am. Come on, we can do it. Okay, we're going to absolutely shred through this tier. And because of the fact now that we're going on to the... I misread it. I thought we were going to go on to the military immunity tier. But alas, it is me and my puny brain. But we can still do this. Okay, Sentry Champion, you're going to be Ultra Boost again because I need more turrets out of you to take care of these little rock balloons, even though they're not that little. Yeah, they're bit of a threat, to be honest. But alas. Okay, put you on you. And you're going to start shredding away at the HP there. Should do turbocharges as well. Listen, okay. Once you get off military immunity, you're going to start being hammered again like you were from the primary immunity, okay? Okay. Just as long as you've got that in your head, M.A.D, okay? Okay, now you've done that. Ultra Boost you! Yeah. You got no chance here, Dreadbloon. Not a chance. I don't care about how long our timer is, for goodness sakes. And there goes tier 3. Lovely. Times 10 for the M.A.D. Next up, Mob Domination, actually. And give you a little bit more range by having ourselves a primary mentoring. Don't even need to go up to Grow Blocker because 10% regrow rate. And don't really need to go down here because I'm not really planning on buying any more, what do you call it? Any more towers, really. I'm doing this because of the fact that you get more range. Therefore, you can just hammer away at stuff as soon as they spawn when they're a cast balloon. Times 10 on permacharge. Next will be you, dear friend. Get Glaive Dominus. I mean, Glaive Lord. Got Glaive Dominus for 35k. Yes, please. Look, I'm not mad at you, okay? I am not M.A.D. at you. I am just D-I-S-A-P-P-O-I-N-T-E-D. Yeah, thanks for the Mob Domination. Some of these rounds feel like they're taking a long time to take down, but all of these extra pops, because of the fact that each Moab is at 230% HP, we're going to get many more of that pop requirement for a primary Paragon. Or Paragon in general, sorry. Okay, I need to take down these bads. These are a big threat to our chances here. Okay, unleash another ability, especially while we have all of this juicy attack speed going on here. Okay, I need you to go down, please. I need you to go down. Okay, I'm going to put you now on you there so that we can preemptively start at hacking away at your HP. There we go. Hopefully this is enough, although I'm a little bit concerned about the rock balloons. You know what? I'm going to go back onto Sentry Champion for a thingy bob. But I am starting to get worried that the round is actually going to be more or less prioritized on the rock balloons. Yeah, my problem here is that the balloons are just taking up too much attention away, and we can't really target the Dreadbloon because, hey, guess what? Strong is a taunt target against rock balloons. Actually, I might have a chance if Sentry Champion is put on close, because of the fact that, well, they'll target the closest thing, and a lot of the time for the Dreadbloon, the closest thing will actually be the Dreadbloon itself and not all of its rock balloons it's trying to use in order to actually take away attention. Gosh, as soon as we get past this ceramic layer of Dreadbloon, we should be in the clear here. There we go. Good. Okay. Changing you to close was a very good idea. Come on, Glaive Lord. I need you to take care of all of the little balloons. The little ones. Yeah, this is definitely not ranked worthy. This is definitely not ranked worthy because of how much time we're taking on tier 4. Okay, now we're off from the military immunity. Now onto the magic, where we all excel here. And then when we get to support, you're going to be completely useless. Except for clearing up regular balloons. Yeah, this is going swimmingly well now since we're past the military immunity. The M.A.D is now doing its job at massively eradicating all forms of massive blimps. Yeah, the Sentry Champion is now struggling. The only good thing it can do now is against regular balloons. Come on, we can do it, M.A.D. You can do it. Take care of tier 4 for me, baby, please. Keep on going. Take care of those rock balloons. Oh my god. Okay, we're actually starting to... Oh gosh. There's so many ceramics. Oh, wrong balloon. I mean, one tower there. I want to ultra boost with Glaive Lord, actually. Oh gosh, there's so many ceramics there. And they got additional HP as well. So 230% HP, super fortified ceramics. Not a good feeling. And there's all these DDTs as well. Oh gosh, a stupid boss balloon. There we go. Finally, tier 4 has been eradicated. Thank goodness for that. Nearly 4 million on permacharge. We've got 8 million on the M.A.D domination. It's like 12 million. You got 4 million. So we definitely got the pop requirements for the highest degree Paragon that we could possibly get when it comes to just the pop count criteria. Obviously, when it comes to tier 4 and below contributions, there's like only 2 here, but that doesn't really matter. Oh gosh, a Fortified BAD. A times 10 ultra boost is not really doing that well here. Oh, they're the true threat here. Now we have the money now for the Glaive Dominus. And we're just going to get it. No more cash spent on it. And it's a 70. And we're near enough in the center of this circle. Meaning that any M.A.D threat is going to be absolutely shredded up. Now, the only thing that could really help us out when it comes to the primary immunity, when it comes to enabling more damage to be dealt onto the Dreadbloon itself, is going to be cripple M.A.D. But I don't think we're going to be able to afford that. Yeah, we're still quite a bit away from getting a cripple M.A.D, which would help us out actually. Oh, Fortified BADs. No, thank you. But alas, we managed to do it. Okay, so tier 1. We're barely getting through it as it is. So mainly it's going to be the primary immunity that's going to be the main cause of concern here. Or perhaps we could get down a cripple M.A.D. We're going to go for it, but if we don't really get it, then that's on me rather than the game. Yeah, the sniper wasn't a very good idea. We're not getting... Okay, we're only 4k away from cripple M.A.D. 20 million pops by the M.A.D. I think you're going to overtake, though, once the primary immunity goes away here. We are kind of getting there. The regular balloons are not standing much of a chance because of our Glaive Dominus. Okay, we've got the money now for a cripple M.A.D. Okay, we can do this. We can sort of do this. It's still not helpful that much. We can't use a glue storm or an embrittlement because we're under the primary immunity, therefore it doesn't actually allow the debuffs to be applied. Okay, would you please go down primary immunity? We've only just gotten rid of a ceramic layer to all this. Yeah, keep at it with the Fortified BADs, please. I'm not actually worried about them now because we have a Paragon down. Oh, I wish all these DTs didn't exist because they're soaking up the PS from the M.A.D here. Perhaps I should have had the M.A.D somewhere up here actually, so we had more uptime with it when it comes to not being pierce capped with the M.A.D. Oh, even with all this damage down, we're not doing enough. We spent far too long on this thing to get anywhere near close to the top of the leaderboard. Not that I'm planning to, but it just feels like just a disgusting amount of time here. Over 36 minutes spent on this. Oh gosh, we're actually halfway through the rounds here. I hope the Glaive Dominus can pick up where we're not really doing well. Come on, please. Nearly there. Okay, we're there now, and a disappointing amount of damage. Well, isn't that just a load of fun, isn't it? Okay, now we've got to actually delay the end of the round because of the fact that we're not doing a huge amount, although it's okay. An embrittlement. Actually, you know what? Instead, we're going to take advantage of the fact that we have this down here by getting ourselves a glue strike. Additional damage, additional happiness. Okay, here we go. That is struck there. Another 2 damage per attack on anything that can hit it at that given point in time. Already down to the magic immunity, and soon it will be the support immunity. There we go. Here's the support immunity. This has been a very, very fun scenario, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely not what you call a top leaderboard worthy performance. I'm pretty sure somebody was able to do this in like a quarter of the time, if not less than what I've had. And you know what, we're just going to put you on you. Because who would have thought of a more pointless venture to put Ultra Boost on Etienne? Because only benefits his default drones. So there we go, everybody. That is Elite Dreadbloon Chimps on 3 mines round. And because of the additional cash we have on the field here, it made having a Glaive Dominus possible. Otherwise, we'd have to go on something like the Crucible Steel and Flame or just the Apex Plasma Master, which I'd rather not do. But thank you all so much for watching, everybody. Please let me know what you thought of the video down in the comments section below. And we should see what is up with all of these shenanigans. Actually, how do you even check? Oh, here we go, leaderboards. Yeah, 200s. Okay, that's cheating right there. That is honestly cheating. Who the hell could do all of this in 2 minutes 15 seconds? That's stupid. But the other times I do believe. I don't know with some of these. It's like I'm not calling anybody out, but some of these times are just pretty ridiculous. Like that top one though is definitely ridiculous. Like 2 minutes do all that? Nah. So 272, definitely not it when it comes to it. If people expect me to do like a top 5 leaderboard sort of placement, but no. Go to Ryan's channel. He'll be able to provide a better job for that kind of gameplay. Thank you all so much for watching, everybody, and take care of yourselves.